I think the professor stood in the same pose for about 6 or 7 panels.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our new comic book day haul with Super Goblin. I'm Sam, and
Luke.
do you want to do a little recap of last week? Your favorite comics?
So the things that I got were Night Fight 4, Wolverine 14, Batman 6, and Endgame 2. So if I had to pick two, it would be Batman 6 and Endgame 2. Um, and as much as a Batman fan as I am right now, I really like whatever is happening inside the dome in the Endgame series right now. Especially props to whoever's doing the art for inside the dome in the Endgame series. I love that stuff.
It's the same artist from Incursion. I don't know his name.
It's really good. And Dennis Camp is smashing it out of the park with the story. It's like Spider-Man's being awesome and goofy, and Doom just looks so radical, and everybody's just at their prime. It's so fun to read.
I gotta be honest. It was one of my least favorite Ultimate books I've read.
Oh no, dude!
I'm so sorry. It was just
You let me gas it up for that
Dennis
long.
Camp. I'm sorry. Dennis Camp is my second favorite modern writer. I don't think he's a bad writer because of this one issue. I don't think this is what he's doing, but it feels very forced. Like we had to have an ending, so here it is. Like there's not a ton of payoffs. Like, well, there's some because we have Iron Man coming back or Howard Stark. We finally seen the Maker. The ending was cool when the Maker popped in, grabbed Doom, and zipped out of there. I liked a lot of stuff. I think it was just, I don't want to sound completely stupid, but it was kind of dense. I was a little lost reading it. It felt like exposition spitting a lot of times.
I don't know. That's kind of why I liked it. It was just because
Yeah.
I forget what the heck Howard Stark ends up calling himself. He calls himself by some stupid title. Uh, he's like the ultimate time mage.
I know what he calls Tony.
Yeah, he calls him like Tommy or something.
Yeah.
And it's so sad because Tony finally finds his dad, and he's just like off the walls bonkers, and he's had like this infinity war literally against the Maker, and it's driven him to madness. And he's talking about like cryptocurrency and all this other stuff. And he's like, "What happened to my dad?" And it's really sad. Um, and then to the fact that spoilers, Howard tries to kill Tony too because he's just he's so much more obsessed with killing the Maker than his family. It doesn't even feel like the same character. So to me, it felt like it showed us how big of a threat the Maker has actually made himself.
Yeah. It did show him as a threat.
And the fact that he just popped up right next to Doom at the very end left a little chill in my spine.
Something that did get me pumped was the way Howard was talking about the fight with the Maker, the 4D fight where he was like, this is not a matter of when. Like the fight is now and always. It was so cool.
Yeah.
That wasn't verbatim what he said, but it was really cool. And don't get me wrong. This is low tier for Dennis Camp in my mind. Out of all comics, that's still a solid comic I would pick up every day. I still think it's still good. It's just not,
Sure.
I guess, not up to my excitement of what Endgame could have been. One more thing.
Oh gosh.
I know. I do not like the way Doom is drawn in this book. I do not like the way Doom looks in this book.
Is it,
I think I'm especially sensitive to it because he's my favorite character in Ultimates. He is so cool.
I,
I think he looks like he has a big old frowny face on the way he's drawn. That's the last bad thing I'll say about it because I don't want to be a negative Nancy on here. But I have my qualms with it. I'm still excited to read the next one.
editor, put up a list
I'm so
of everything that I said and everything that Sam countered.
Oh no. It's okay. I still agree with you. A lot of the parts were really cool.
No, hey, that's what it's for. It's the that's why there are many comics for everybody. Some hit and some don't. Is there anything that hit for you last year? I mean, last week?
Oh yeah. I only in Comic Geeks I'll rate things 5 stars only to keep track of like my favorite books. I don't rate anything like 4.5, 3, 2, whatever it is. I gave 3 things 5 stars last week.
Yeah, come on.
Amazing week. Batman 6 is my favorite issue of the week though. Batman number 6 is so incredibly flawless. It is amazing, dude. The way Matt Fraction understands Batman, the paneling from is it Jorge Jimenez?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Jorge Jimenez is so good. I'm a sucker for when a comic has the full page as like the same camera angle and then the people just slightly move within it. Like the very first page when Batman is talking to I forgot his girlfriend's name.
It's the professor. And I know who you're talking about.
The professor. The slight subtleties in Jorge Jimenez art to show what they're thinking.
I was watching. I think the professor stood in the same pose for
Yeah.
about 6 or 7 panels. I,
Yeah, it was really good though. That was great. We get some bombastic action when he's fighting the zombie people, and honestly, the cover is so misleading. Those zombie people are so unimportant to the overall story of whatever this is in this issue. I love it because it was there for the action flavor, and we got to see Batman pop off. That is the only thing that was like the least contributing to the story. His relationship with his kids, with the Bat family, the way he treats them, incredible. Talking to Damian, Batman's not incredible with his kids. Don't get me wrong. He pops off at Damian a little
he
bit.
crashes out.
He crashes out, but the way it's portrayed is so interesting.
It's so real.
Because he comes back and apologizes. He is a flawed character, and I think Batman is most flawed with his family, and it is a perfect juxtaposition to him being feared by everyone else outside, and then he comes home and he just can't be this loving father. He is still like hardcore, doesn't know how to kick in everything, but like he can turn off Batman sometimes and be legit Bruce Wayne and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I did that wrong." Amazing. So good.
There's one panel that is just like super scary, where he's chewing out Damien, and he's like bent down over Damien like this, and he's like, Damien, after he's punched a punching bag square in half with just one blow. It's so good. It's so good. And Jorge Jimenez does that same exact paneling thing that you were talking about at the beginning at the end, but in a different way. You remember, it's his girlfriend sitting in the back of an ambulance, and Damien sitting alone in his room, and Tim Drake, I think he's sitting outside alone, and then Batman, just sitting in the Batcave. He's like, this is some week.
Yeah, and it's called The Long Night.
Yeah,
that was perfect, and it showed everything that went wrong that night in Batman's life. It was beautiful. I'm about to tear up thinking about it, dude. It was so good. Yeah,
that was it.
But that was one of my 5 stars.
It was great.
Do you have anything else to say about it?
No, we could be here all day.
Yeah, we could. Another one, and I don't often give out 5 stars. It was just a great week. Absolute Superman 16.
Ooh, tell me about it.
Very, very good. This one is the last issue technically was the start of a new era. That was like the prequel to what's going on right now. We have Hawkman in the Absolute Universe. If you read the Absolute, I think it was the annual, maybe, was the issue with the Absolute Evil Justice League.
Absolute power.
Yes, Absolute Power. Um, sorry. That Hawkman who killed Green Arrow is now talking to Superman. We get his backstory, and he is basically just an archaeologist who gets done wrong by the Peacemakers, and accumulation of events happen. He becomes Hawkman, super powered, and he is like this multi-century long hero. And now all of these absolute people are popping up: Batman, Green Lantern, Flash, Superman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter. And he is like, something had to have happened that brought them here, and I need to tell Superman how to be a superhero. And you can't be a superhero by giving people hope and being in the spotlight. You have to do it in the shadows, and sometimes you have to work with the bad guys and stuff like this. So he's like, it's my responsibility to make sure this new strong superhero learns how to be a good superhero. And he's basically like got all the wrong ideas. Like, you have to work with the Peacemakers and stuff like that, and Lazarus Corps, and to do good things you have to work with bad people. And Superman is like, literally during their confrontation, he's like, hold on, and he'll like zip away and come back and be like, sorry, I had to help somebody. And then Hawkman will be like, okay, now is my time to tell you about it. And they'll zip away and come back and be like, sorry, man, it happens. And Hawkman literally grabs him, and they just start, only for like 1 or 2 pages. It's a mini brawl. But it is mostly just a conversation of this different ideology that they both have. It was really good. It reminded me so much of Conquest showing up in Invincible. I think this one is as equally good as that confrontation, but this one is more trying to portray Hawkman as a conflicted, multi-layered character, whereas Conquest was like, this is a villain, and here are like his ideologies, but he is still evil. Hawkman is like, this guy wants to do good, he just doesn't understand how. Obviously, from Absolute Power, he's working with the Joker and Ra's al Ghul and everyone else. It's really, really good. I know you aren't reading it. I just spoiled it all for you, but it is so good. And again, Jason Aaron, the GOAT. He is so good at writing dialogue. My last 5 stars, Dork. Dork was incredible.
I forgot about Dork.
I'm so sad you couldn't find it. Yeah. Oh, did
I read
it?
I forgot about Dork.
Hey, I've been talking a lot. You tell me what you thought.
We can collaborate. Dork was like starting Adventure Time over from the beginning. But it's just like, it throws you right in. Here's this world. It doesn't need a whole lot of setup. It's good versus evil, and you find out that the dork, the half dwarf, half orc, doesn't really vibe with that. But he's also got this shield with an eyeball that is like talking to him, and I love that it doesn't like tell us where he got that really quite yet, and that we get to kind of figure that out. I think that's what I might like mostly about it, is that there's plenty that we're going to figure out as we go along about all the characters. But we get exactly what we need to know, which is Dork sees things not black and white. Which I relate with, and was like, yeah, kill them all. when he was being angry.
Kill the chicken.
Yeah, and he accidentally kills a chicken, but he like lives.
Yeah, this is it's Brett Bean is his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brett Bean.
Goofy.
The way he's writing this, it takes an impressive writer to write something that feels so effortless, but is so intriguing at the same time. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Like while I'm reading that, I'm just flowing with the book. And I could read it for
I
hours.
wish that
And
there
it
were
feels
a
like it's just
thousand
off the
more
dome, but
pages
I
of it.
know he's put so much. Yeah, yeah. There very well could be. It could be an ongoing. We'll see. I am so ready for Dork 2. The universe is so stinking cool. It is awesome. I love that we already in issue 1 saw the situation, the prophecy, and Dork's rage and like his slight fulfillment of the prophecy.
His eyes go like
I
yellow when he's like getting all angry.
yeah. I mean, right there.
Yeah, on the front cover.
Look at that. I mean, I had to pull another cover up to show the crazy eyes, but it is awesome. Also, have you seen? I don't collect for the prices. I don't collect for building a retirement fund, but this book is already selling for like $100. It's crazy.
That's insane.
That means people are loving it and picking it up,
That's
which
crazy.
is good news. I need to make sure, not to make sure, I need to see that people are picking it up so it'll keep going because I really want this to keep going. It's so good.
Yeah, read Dork. It's a good book.
Yeah, Dork is great.
And lighthearted, unlike Bleeding Hearts, which I read this afternoon. Well, in a weird
Yeah,
way. I guess we can talk about it.
which we will get to. But other than that, speed run, knife fight, night fight. I keep saying knife. Night fight, really good. Perfect ending. Ready to see Batman and DCKO.
Yeah.
Ultimate Wolverine, it was a blast. Absolute Green Lantern,
Mhm.
it was also pretty fun. Ultimate Endgame, I already told you about my thoughts. DCKO boss battle, good turn your brain off fun. Would have loved to see more fighting, but like if give that 2 or 3 issues, I think you can have a better story. But as it is, fun one issue.
Mhm.
Yeah, and with all that, I think that was my last. Yeah, it was really good week for comics though. One of the most exciting weeks of comics I've ever had. It was a blast.
It was a fun. We'll see if this one holds up.
Yeah, so far, Bleeding Hearts already is.
It is. And that's just a surface. I mean, we got the end of Immortal Legends, KO4, Cyclops, a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff, bro.
We got some cool comics. We're gonna jump right into it. We got a lot of comics this week. Not an insane amount. I got 8 comics. I know we both got the pick of the week for me, Bleeding Hearts.
I had to get it digitally.
Yep. And we'll talk about that later, actually. But I got Cyclops, number 1.
This was the one that George pulled for me.
We both also got DCKO, the Daniel Warren Johnson
Twinsies.
cover. Twins. That's so sick. The final, sad to see it go, Immortal Legend Batman.
I got a different variant cover here.
I just got the A cover for these. It's so pretty with the Dan Mora art. That looks like Dan Mora art too.
This is Sarah Baslam.
Mm.
You know, I have to give DC props that they put their art cover credits on their little barcode right here. Marvel, I can't find it
Yeah.
anywhere. I hate them for that.
Yeah, they make it super obvious if it's a variant cover or not. I like that. Then I got Absolute Wonder Woman Annual.
Awesome. They had a ton of those in my shop.
Yeah, the amount of these in the shop was insane. After how good Absolute Batman Annual was too, I am so pumped for this. It goes back to the alternate artist, and he was really good for a few issues. But I am pumped. I mean, look at his art style. Look how scary that dude looks.
Whoa. That's freaky
Yeah,
looking.
I am so pumped for that. That's gonna be awesome. Absolute Wonder Woman has been heat recently. I got Transformers 29,
Yes, I also
the
saw
D
that.
Dubs cover. Yeah, almost the end of Dan Mora's on the art, and Dan Mora's been doing really good. Sad to see him go. Ready to see what the next guy can do.
Do you know who's going to do it
I mean, it's
next?
been a really fun run. Yeah, it's Ludo. Ludo did it for a few issues, um, or one issue maybe, but he did some prior issue. It was really good. Super excited for him. He is great. I got two more. Radiant Black, issue one, the pencil variant, the black and white. Very, I mean, I've kind of fallen off of this book in favor in about trade 5 and 6. It hasn't really kept me as interested as the first four, but it is so good for the first four. And I never buy the singles. I've always bought the trades. So buying this in the black and white to check out the art, it felt right. This is so cool. But I love this. At the end, they have a little like I haven't even flipped through here. It's a script for what the artist got, which is cool because I never get to see this side of comics, like a script that just tells him what's going on and then the artist gets to draw it. I think
Oh,
that's
heck yeah.
awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. And last for me, a number one from Ignition Press, Just Brutal. I got the Jorge Corona variant because he's how I found this comic, but super excited for this. It's a 16-year-old kid holding it together after his parents' divorce, fighting monsters, getting a little nutty. I mean, look in here.
Ooh.
I know. I am so excited for this. Haven't read it yet, but I am pumped. All right, what about you? What'd you get different than me?
Well, the thing I'm most excited for is the last issue
Mm.
of Ultimate X-Men. Very sad to see this one go, but uh, looking forward to seeing how that one ends. And the next Space Ghost adventure. This is gonna be
Let's go.
awesome. This is I forget his name, but it's like the Antimatter Man or something like that. He's pretty cool.
Dude, I was going back and looking at ratings for Space Ghost, and they are like shockingly high. People love Space
It's a
Ghost.
good comic, man.
It must be really good. I need to jump on the bandwagon.
You showed us really easy to get through. There's 8 issues of this, and apparently, um, this is like part 2. There's like 12 issues that come before this run, but easy enough to get into this one, if you ask me.
Yeah, I might absolutely have to pick it up in trades at least, with how much you've been talking about it. But it was a good week. I mean, this is stacked, but honestly, my comic list, I don't know if it's the same for you, but it just keeps growing every month or so. It just grows like 1 or 2 issues incrementally. Like it used to be 2 or 3 issues a week, and now it is. I mean, this is like a normal week is like 6, 7, 8 comics.
Somehow I've kept it to 3 or 4. I don't know how I've done that. You know, it was strange that I got 5 today. Uh, but I'm being pretty consistent. If
That's probably smart.
I got 5, but I'm not counting the Bleeding Hearts I bought, so we could talk about it today.
Yeah, got to stay within the fun money budget.
Yeah, and also I was
Yeah.
thinking today, like, where the heck am I gonna put all this stuff? Because I had to buy a third box for my room the other day.
You've already filled out 3 boxes?
Well, I was collecting all the way back in 2020. I was really into Star Wars comics, so I got a whole box of Star Wars
Mm.
only. And then I've got a box of just a bunch of random stuff. And now it got to the point where I was cramming stuff into that box and I couldn't do it anymore. So I had to get a third box.
Yeah. And I still have 12 of your High Republic issues.
Oh no.
Yeah, so good luck.
So
I got long boxes now. Just put them under the bed. It's the only way I can do it.
Maybe I need to look into something like that.
Yeah, there's ways. I want something a little different, but whatever. But yeah, what are you most excited to read this week?
Definitely Ultimate X-Men. The end of my favorite series ever, which
Yeah,
sucks to say because Immortal Legend Batman is also here. And oh man, how could I even say that with DCKO 4? Which have you? Tell me, like you're caught up with DCKO, right?
yeah. I started by reading all the tie-ins, but I dropped that, so I'm caught up on the main
Did you read
stuff.
all the 1v1s?
The rounds, yeah, I did. It was so
So
good.
reading the first two KOs and then all the 1v1s, and then we had the tag team fight in 3. It's just going to be absolutely bonkers in KO 4. Especially, did you read Night Fight?
Yeah, I caught up.
Hopefully, we'll see an appearance of this guy show up in this issue. I am so
Please,
hoping
please.
because Joker is getting a little too OP in this run. We'll see. We'll see if Batman can swoop in and uh, kind of tamper him down a little bit.
Yeah, but Joker also had it easy in that boss battle fight. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he brought in the fifth dimension,
It was so stupid. That was
which I'm
awesome.
glad that I read Super Knight, the Kryptonite Spectrum, so I knew a little bit about what the heck that fifth dimension was.
Yeah. When he was just fighting Annabelle too. That was so good.
I didn't even read that issue.
Oh. No, it's a boss battle. It was what came literally between KO 3 and 4, and it's where they're just fighting people from other IPs like Mortal Kombat, uh Annabelle, the one from Samantha from where the tree grows beneath the trees or something. Uh and Homelander.
Totally missed that. I'll have to go back and read that. I think this is an event that I will probably end up filling the spaces and reading the um, all the fill-in tie-in stories.
Yeah. It's been really cool. It's been really cool. Do you want to jump into Bleeding Hearts?
Yes.
Bleeding Hearts. A new Deniz camp #1. We've already said I hate doing this right after I dogged on Ultimate Endgame,
That's what you
but
get.
I know I'm so sorry.
I
I was
feel
super
great.
excited for this. I loved it. Did you like it?
I love Dennis Camp. I don't know how you feel about
I, number 2. He's my number 2.
him. So
This is
like
great.
I think that you and Philip have more of a connection with Dennis Camp than I do so far, which is great. I think Ultimates has been really fun for me. I haven't read a lot of his indie stuff, so this was a really cool pick for me. So thank you.
Yeah. Uh, this is the first.
I liked it because it's the first.
This is the first and only issue I'm picking up. No, this is cool because he's partnering up with the guy he did 20th Century Man with, and that's on my wish list. I haven't read it yet, but it's cool to see him like return. He did 20th Century Man before he did Ultimates, before he did Assorted Crisis. It was before he did anything he's doing right now. He did 20th Century Man, and I love that he's gotten huge and he's still going back. I don't know the artist. Maybe the artist is also like huge and top tier. I've just never heard of him. Um, it is Stepan Morian, and I think Matt Hollingsworth is on the colors. It was really cool. It's hard to do a unique zombie story nowadays just because we've seen so much of it, especially because I'm watching The Walking Dead for the first time right now and reading The Walking Dead. So I was worried I would be zombied out reading this, but it takes such an interesting change of pace for it by having very cognizant zombies that I really like. All about Poke. and Poke is a zombie with a heart.
Lub dub.
Lub dub, lub dub, lub dub. I actually, uh, not gonna lie, I did that out loud every time it was on that page because we were reading it out loud together. So I was the sound effect guy.
Awesome.
Lub dub, lub dub. But it was really cool. The art is incredible. I love, especially. Let me find him. Oh yeah, this zombie right here. That is one of my favorite characters of all
I
time.
was about to say the same thing.
I hope we can. Yeah, I hope we can show this guy and not get like shut down because the blood.
Did you not
He is.
think of him like talking through like at that pipe, like talking like this?
No, yeah, I already told you we were reading out loud, so I was like, that guy was one of my favorite parts of this issue. It was so fun. That was a blast, dude. I mean, every character is so fun. Some of it was horrifying, though.
Yes.
The changes of pace in this book go from hilarious, beautiful, and introspective, and then just the most sad, scary thing you've ever read. Like, I'm not going to spoil it. Well, there's a zombie farting into a fire. But this guy right here, his story is so depressing. It's so sad because even the zombies have a level of like humanity where they're like, there is. Hang on, my camera's being weird. We back?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But they have a level of humanity because even they are like weirded out and creeped out by zombies being calculatedly psychotic. I'll say that seems. I'm saying that in very like pinkies up kind of way, but
I read that kind of different.
if they are like a murderous psychopath, they freak the other zombies out.
I thought that guy, he like hoarded the entire family to themselves. And that they were supposed to like because they had like talked about, I think, a page or two before that about how important it was to eat in community with each other, and how this guy had just eaten an entire family in the basement alone for 2 whole weeks.
I did read that. I thought,
but there could, I mean, Dennis Camp is a great writer. He could be adding a ton of nuance to this.
no, you could be onto something because I was questioning that and went the other way when I was reading it. Just because the things he do, maybe it's just because it freaks me out, the things he did.
It should.
But when it's talking about like the fact that they act like he's just a barking dog and they don't even like talk to him, it sounded like Poke was like afraid to talk to him. But you might be right that it was just because he was scared, or he was wanting the community to come together and eat.
I think that's what I
that guy
like
was being
about Dennis
selfish.
Camp is that I don't feel like there's a right and wrong. It's just like, here's this messed up scenario, and here's one
Figure it
zombie
out.
that you can kind of relate with. Now, I want to expand upon a little bit because one of the things that I liked about the story, well, I'll start by saying this. I was worried that they were going to make Poke like a total outcast from the rest of the zombie horde, right? And he's just going to be like, ew, you're eating stuff and that's gross, right? But he's actually like, he's a zombie too. He just has some questions about like, you know, he specifically asked the question at the end of the issue, are we the villains? Are we evil? But he's in community with these people, and even though he's grossed out by it, like, he's still like, the whole thing about him sharing an arm with his friend Sludge, the fungus, what's his name? Mush. Bro. His friend Mush, like, he is physically bonded to the community, at least one person. So in that way, I think it's like cool that there's he's a part of it, and there's no just like I'm gonna do my own thing, but instead he's gonna have to try to figure out I'm a part of this. What can I do to either live the way I want to while still being a part of this community, or what can I do to change the community to maybe convince them that what we're doing is maybe not right. I think that's a way cooler narrative.
Yeah, it is. It is really interesting, especially because Poke is also having to act like a zombie or like the other zombies, even if he is one, because he's eaten humans before.
Yes.
He straight up has said he has eaten humans before, but he's starting to question it and still acts like them so that he can question it in his like privacy
Yeah.
without bringing everybody into it and like getting outcast, like you said.
Yeah.
But since you brought up the names are so good in this story. It's so funny. Poke's name is Mouse Pokes Golf Ball out of Head Hole. I love these names.
Yeah. Well, it adds to this, like, they're stupid, zombie eating, brainless creatures. But, yeah, he seems to have, even though he doesn't, like, mentally, zombies aren't supposed to have brains. He's got a heart that he wants to find something else. Like something's not right with his heart, and that's really cool. One of my favorite scenes in the entire comic was him and his buddy. Well, the whole suburb scene. I'll start there. First of all, like you said, Poke is a zombie too. He gets excited about the suburbs like all the other zombies. Uh, but him and Sludge get into like a fight a little bit while they're like kind of raiding through the house. And I don't know why I like that so much, but there's a panel where like Sludge is like he looks kind of like defeated a little bit. He's like looking out of the window
Yeah.
after Poke has just made like a couple points about, what's it all like, and it's like maybe he could end up convincing Sludge a little bit, because Sludge does have a little bit of Poke in
Mush.
him. Mush. Dude,
Mush.
whoops.
You're gonna be saying that for the whole run now.
I am.
No, I know what you're talking about though. That's in the final scene, right? That's really good when Mush is carrying around the axe and he's like making fun of people who hunt zombies. And Poke is weirdly like he doesn't get mad at him for doing it, but he is like very much we're not playing this game because he's starting to understand that they are maybe the zombie hunters are not the bad people here. So Poke is not having it.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like
Yeah.
it like stops my heart for a little bit because it's like Poke telling his friend that's not something that you can joke about, but like Mush has no idea why, but Poke is his friend, so he kind of just is like, okay, whatever, let's eat some people.
Yeah.
And then of course the last scene, setting up an entire new thing about what Poke is going to do. Do you want to talk about that?
The very last panel.
Yeah.
Yes. We probably should have said this a long time ago. We'll clip it in, but this is major spoilers for Bleeding Hearts #1. Every page is spoiled. But last page. I am so excited to see the dilemma on which way Poke goes. Because in this story, I know story-wise, we want to see this continued and like see Poke's character development. I know this lady is on the front cover of the book. I would not be shocked if the next page is Poke eating this human and feeling regretful. I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen, but already setting this up, and the most interesting part to me is that Poke now there can be no subtlety about his questioning if he decides not to kill this lady and say Mush sees the lady. Now Poke has to stop Mush from eating the lady and explain to him why they're not eating people anymore. It could go so many different ways, and I am excited for all of it. I have no idea what's going to happen.
It's the perfect ending. Just that last panel.
Yeah. Even if this was a single issue, I would be satisfied.
It's a great story.
In this one issue, it tells a complete story. It's great. It's so good. Any final thoughts?
It made me want to vomit. My stomach, thinking about some of the art, is actually stomach churning.
The toe scene is what got me.
The toe sucking scene is awful.
Yeah, and as I was reading that, I was thinking about you because you are notoriously a foot hater.
I hate feet.
I was like, Luca's gonna vomit
and that
reading
guy was
this.
slipping down toes like spaghetti.
It was so gross.
I hated
I
that.
wish he would have just chewed on it or something, but the fact that he said he was just waiting, like keeping it in there so that he could blend in. Oh.
Yeah, it's gross.
It was so nasty.
It really gets into the horrific side of zombification, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, great book. I'm glad you maybe picked that one up. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, me too. I'm ready to understand exactly what Deniz Camp's message is here. I know it could go a few ways, but I'm ready to see the next issue, and like he's really good at metaphors, especially in a sort of crisis. He has a lot of metaphors. They're more blunt in that book. Like, this is how I think society's acting here. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, here, understand it this way. This is why people in society are evil. This one, I don't fully understand yet. I have no idea. I don't know what he's talking about metaphorically. I just know it is really interesting.
I think it's, for what I'm seeing right now, it's about even if everyone around you thinks one thing, can you change your mind? Is it okay to have, like, and where do our morals come from too? I hope that he explores like those two things at least.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be interesting. See his take
Very
on it.
Very excited for the next one. Yeah, I need Deniz Camp to sit me down and explain it to me.
I need Deniz to tell me what morals are. How do I be good?
What is a heart? Well, that's it. That's all we got to say about Bleeding Hearts.
Yep. Nothing about Jar Jar. Thanks for listening. If you're here watching the entire thing, we really do appreciate it. If you could please subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of fun things that we plan on doing, like reading more comics together, doing deep dives on characters. If you have a specific character that you want us to do a deep dive on, we will read it and read it with you and kind of take that deep dive. We want to play video games. We want to watch movies. We want to have fun. So anyways, subscribe, leave a like. See you next time. Everybody rise.